If we clear out the lines, the most mesmerizing star I recognize is the star that could flabbergast in our sky. It is this one, creepy crawly juice or scarab pulverize. It's a red, very Goliath star. What's more, on the vague possibility that you put it where the sun is, it would reach out to the orbit of Jupiter. It's tremendous, totally whimsical, and going to explode. It's not as clear as it seems to be in the universe. These Goliath events, like the most irrationally feared huge starbursts, could shake all that we see. Regardless, make an effort not to see its middle. Betelgeuse has been considered to be a sign. A red, extremely Goliath star that is commonly more critical than our sun. Brian Cox and other space specialists figure it could go cosmic explosion, which has made individuals frightened about what will occur next. The James Webb Space Telescope is taking staggering photographs of the star, raising the question of when Betelgeuse will turn into a cosmic explosion and what titanic impact it will have on Earth. Let's sort out the star in the great body Orion that sparkles so brightly that even individuals from a long while ago have seen it. The brilliant star Betelgeuse is situated on the eastern shoulder of the group of stars Orion. It is the second largest star in the group of stars, and its name comes from this feature. The monster's shoulder. It is potentially one of the most splendid stars in the night sky. On top of being surprisingly splendid, the star is likewise an odd shade of red, which, as we will see, suggests trouble. We've had some colossal involvement with creepy crawly juice for quite a while. A Greek inspector named TMY also focused on it. Around that time, the primary thing people perceived about stars was their variety, and TMY said that it was a to warn negligible animal juice orange in color. Specialists have been focusing on the star substantially more eagerly of late, and now they have a brilliant idea of what makes things so curiously bright. One of these qualities is that the star changes its brightness a lot with a clear size of 0.6. Betelgeuse is a variable star, which means that its brilliance changes over time. Recently, experts have found some new information about the star. In 2019, agents initially saw that creepy crawly juice was acting particularly, despite the fact that it didn't completely stop shining. It wasn't the same. It had turned out to be considerably less brilliant, sparkling at a level of around 1.6. Specialists quickly began to research why they were seeing the 10th most brilliant star above in this unconventional manner. Agents expected to offer a shocking explanation in light of their research, which revealed peculiar signs from the star. According to their discoveries, Betelgeuse could go cosmic explosion at any second. Brian Cox, a famous analyst, shared this surprisingly dangerous explanation as a noticeable professor of particle physics at the College of Manchester School of Physics and Cosmology. You shouldn't accept his viewpoint as a joke. He too has a science show, writes popular science books, and is the Royal Society Professor for Public Engagement with Science. Brian Cox says that Betelgeuse is by all accounts a ticking delayed bomb since it could go off without notification ahead of time. To break down the situation, the James Webb Space Telescope has shown an epic amount of proof to back up this explanation. Anyway, what capricious signs has Betelgeuse been considering that have brought so much hardship in space science? With the new information about Betelgeuse, the star has been named a cosmic explosion candidate. In spite of the fact that specialists are still unsure when it will explode, the fact that startling creepy crawly juice is twice the mass of the sun is one explanation for this. To order a star, as it's been said, it should be a few times the mass of the sun to be known as a cosmic explosion. Things get truly interesting, however, because inspectors have used different instruments to examine scarab juice. For example, the James Webb Space Telescope and the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory have been utilized to see what's happening in space around Betelgeuse. What they found is still a mystery. It was born on August 31st, a truly long time ago. Around that time, the star scarab squeeze apparently offered odd hints that made its future indistinct. What did they find? Well, they could get curious light waves coming from the star or, then again, over bug juice, which is very curious. Anyway, it wasn't the only thing experts saw from the star. This takes us back to the likelihood that Betelgeuse is a star whose brightness changes occasionally. It was said that startling creepy crawly juice obscured down at normal intervals and had dull spots like our sun today. Anyway, the circumstances are different. It changes from bright to dim twice as fast as it used to, which is another astounding sign that creepy crawly juice is back. Scientists found that the star's darkening cycle had hit a band of brilliance of plus 1.61 in February 2021. This was not long after the tremendous obscuring event. Survey how the star appeared to faint in an odd manner in 2019. That's because it's normally known as the incredible dimming. We could see that the extraordinary darkening was the start of Betelgeuse's strange behavior, which made many people stress that Betelgeuse was going to explode. The scope of dimming was 1.2 somewhere between 2019 and 2020, and the most diminished degree of darkening ever recorded was in 2019. So, subject matter experts were certain that horrible creepy crawly juice would go cosmic explosion in the next 100,000 years due to the exceptional dimming. There is a section occurring in the universe, so this is truly alarming. Scientists quickly changed their perspectives. Anyway, when they saw what happened straight away, insect juice got brighter again after the impossible darkening, and it changed into something impressively more striking. Astrophysicist Andrea Dupree at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics says that the star is now 150% more brilliant than normal, making it the seventh most brilliant star above. Analysts were unnerved when they saw a red glow in the southern part of the sky. Today, it still gets really intriguing, since this has led to different considerations about what caused the extraordinary dimming. First, it's important to note that not all stars have the red glow of bug squeeze. The red glow of Betelgeuse means that it's a red supergiant star, which is the last phase of a star's life and death. The red glow, on the other hand, is caused by a surface temperature of around 3,500 Kelvin, which is much cooler than the outer layer of the Sun, which is 5,500 Kelvin. Since creepy crawly juice is cooler than our Sun, it emits less energy per unit of surface area, despite the fact that it is more enormous and will explode. Now we should look at what the remarkable darkening seemed to be. Brian Cox asks, does it truly mean that Betelgeuse will go cosmic explosion? Actually, the fact that Betelgeuse is a red supergiant already illustrates that it is almost done with its life as a star. A star that is dying will also often weaken over time, which is something that scientists get. Anyway, Betelgeuse's new surprising behavior has made experts even more focused. Besides, many telescopes are now focusing on the extraordinary dimming. Still, things get significantly more intriguing since experts don't have a significant understanding of scarab juice. Scientists are now using the most cutting-edge gadgets to look out for the charming things happening around Betelgeuse. The James Webb Space Telescope has been one of the best tools scientists have used so far. Since 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope has been in space and has helped specialists gather a lot of significant data about Betelgeuse. The new photographs of Betelgeuse's striking dimming taken by this telescope have shown that the event caused a tremendous mass launch. Based on new analysis, we now know that this mass launch was around 400 billion times greater than a typical coronal mass launch. The James Webb Space Telescope can also look at things that our eyes can't see, like light waves and frequencies. As a result, analysts are excited about what the telescope will find. Scientists have seen dust clouds forming on the star's surface that appear to look like leaves in space. That doesn't seem to make sense, but despite the fact that Betelgeuse will die, scientists are still paying attention to it because they don't know when it will go cosmic explosion. Scientists believe that insect juice is naturally more critical than the Sun and that the brilliant red star will shine for the next 10 years. Anyway, if we check the many particular things happening with the star, it's hard to say if this statement will still be valid after the unusual dimming. So, subject matter experts don't think insect juice will explode anytime in the near future. If scarab juice detonates, it will be the first cosmic explosion we saw for ourselves since Johannes Kepler did in 1604. Experts also don't believe that this should happen soon because they are still focusing on the star's unusual behavior. In any case, the fact that Betelgeuse will make researchers certain when exactly it will happen remains confidential. If we separate the universe without bias, very possibly one of the most captivating stars and maybe the most surprising in our sky is Betelgeuse, frequently referred to as Betelgeuse. This red beast star, when never set where the Sun is, would reach out to Jupiter's orbit. This extraordinarily immense, flimsy star is on the edge of an effect. The universe doesn't work in such direct terms. Peculiar, enormous events like cosmic explosion events can potentially totally disturb our perspective, an idea that may logically occur. Anyway, while the plausibility of insect juice going cosmic explosion looms, researchers are still attempting to grasp the specific course of events of its death. As scientists continue to gather information from the most advanced space telescopes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, they remain cautious about predicting an upcoming blast, despite the star's strange behavior, including the puzzling dimming and lighting up cycles. There's no certainty about when creepy-crawly juice will finally reach the end of its life. Some guess that it could still require a huge number of years before the star explodes, but others believe that it might happen much sooner, possibly within the next couple of years or indeed, even months. The unusual data gathered by these powerful telescopes, along with the star's erratic behavior, has kept researchers nervous. They are carefully monitoring what's happening, using every tool available to them to detect any subtle changes that could indicate a cosmic explosion is near. When creepy-crawly juice finally does detonate, it will send shock waves through the universe, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. The blast will momentarily surpass the entire system, visible even from Earth, as bright as the full moon. While this event will be a magnificent celestial display, it won't pose an immediate danger to Earth, as the star is situated more than 600 light-years away. Anyway, the cosmic explosion will provide a valuable opportunity for researchers to study the last phases of a massive star's life and the peculiarities associated with such a violent event. Betelgeuse's impending demise isn't just a scientific interest. It is a reminder of the vastness and unpredictability of the universe. Stars like Betelgeuse play a crucial role in the life cycle of galaxies, enriching the universe with the elements needed for new stars, planets, and potentially life itself. The death of such a star isn't an end, but rather a transformation, as it releases heavy elements that will eventually seed new celestial systems. In the meantime, researchers continue to observe Betelgeuse and its behavior, unraveling the mystery of its future with each new discovery. The mystery expands, and our understanding of the universe deepens. Maybe in the coming years, we will witness one of the most phenomenal events in the universe: Betelgeuse's transformation from a gigantic red supergiant into a stunning cosmic explosion. Up until that point, the sky will remain a canvas of wonder, with Betelgeuse shining brightly as a reminder of the transient nature of life in the universe. As we continue to observe Scarab Juice, the mystery surrounding its future grows. Cosmologists are particularly focused on the fact that this star is approaching the end of its life cycle, and its whimsical behavior is a sign that something extraordinary is brewing. It's essential to remember that supernovae are not the final stage for all stars. For instance, smaller stars like our Sun will end their lives in a much calmer way, shedding their outer layers and leaving behind a white dwarf. Anyway, Betelgeuse is an enormous red supergiant, and that means that when it dies, it will go out with a tremendous bang, far from the gradual fading of small stars. The sheer size of insect juice makes it an intriguing subject for study. With a radius multiple times bigger than the Sun, if it were placed at the center of our solar system, it would extend past the orbit of Mars. This gives you a sense of just how enormous it is compared to the Sun, which is already a giant by the standards of most stars. The size of Scarab Juice means that it has consumed vast amounts of fuel in its lifetime. As it approaches the end of its life, its core is rapidly collapsing under the force of gravity. This collapse is what eventually triggers the violent explosion of a supernova. The process leading to the explosion of creepy-crawly juice is complex. As it approaches supernova status, the core of the star begins to contract and heat up, while its outer layers expand and cool.